For people who believe the Fed and the government are trying to keep the economy on track and improve the lives of Americans, it may be confusing to watch as they recklessly spend us into debt, tax us to hell, and inflate our currency beyond viability. That is because a strong economy isn't what they want. What they really want is to move from old-fashioned paperbacks to a more advanced, fully controllable and trackable central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Our rulers watched the crypto craze over the past decade with great interest. A digital currency was nothing new. Banks don't actually send each other dollars when you make a wire transfer. They simply change ownership of the dollars in their electronic system. The framework for a digital currency has been around as long as the internet. The framework for a digital currency has been around for almost as long as the internet. What makes crypto interesting is the same thing that has given the dollar value since 1971. The fact that belief in it caused it to hold value. Both the dollar and crypto are fiat currency. But while the dollar can be manipulated and inflated, crypto, at least the important ones, have hard limits. Government doesn't like things with limits or outside of its control. So naturally they started thinking about doing their own crypto, but with even more control and manipulation than the dollar. A central bank digital currency is a dream come true for the powers that be. Everything can be controlled at the push of a button, and if they get their way, they will see every dollar you receive and spend. They can extract the exact right amount of tax. They will know when you get your taxes even slightly wrong and impose draconian fines, and nothing you do will be outside of their knowledge. All your freedoms eventually come down to your control over your body and your property. If they can track everything you spend your money on, every doctor, every burger, every tool that can potentially be weaponized or used against the government's interest, then they have an iron grip around your metaphorical throat. Authoritarians desperately want a CBDC to replace the dollar. But how could they do such a thing? How could they ensure it was fully adopted and not some irrelevant fad like the return of the dollar coin? This is why they don't want to fix the economy, because the weaker the economy is, the less powerful the dollar is. And if the dollar collapses, they can wipe all their debt off the table, sweep the slate clean, and force everyone to switch to the CBDC. They can even declare cryptos illegal and purge alternatives. They can scream, "Capitalism failed!" and try to force new socialist controls on both the economy and society. You see, that sort of control won't work unless they had the CBDC to back it up with the threat of starvation. If you have banked dollars or crypto or other fungible assets that can be used as currency, they can't hold you at ransom with the threat of starvation. If you have financial independence, you can't be controlled and could potentially resist. Out of control inflation fits their goals. Dissuading working and starting businesses with taxes fits their goals. Driving small businesses out of business in favor of megacorporations that are on board with their plan fits their goals. Wrecking the economy with horrible Fed policies fits their goals. High labor costs fits their goals. Green policies that hurt businesses without helping the environment fits their goals. High rent and home costs compared to income fits their goals. Dissatisfied workers and business owners alike fit their goals. Entire generations too poor to buy houses and start families fits their goals. Falling standards of living fits their goals. Everything economically bad fits their goals, because the only way the currency can completely collapse is if economic activity slows, because the amount of economic activity chasing existing currencies is what determines the value of that currency. The dollar is the international currency of exchange and a standard reserve currency for many nations. This has saved us during recent years when we printed insane amount of dollars. Of course, I know most of those new dollars are digital, but you know what I mean by printed. If foreign reserves hadn't sucked up our excess dollars, we could have experienced upwards of 200% inflation rather than just 20%. But we still need an economy strong enough to make those existing dollars valuable, because if the currency collapses, they could have the casus belli they've been looking for to go after every alternative asset. If you think crypto or gold will be a safe fallback if the dollar collapses, collapses, you haven't studied enough history. Governments have a history of confiscating things like that, and either compensating you with their new money or not compensating you at all. Now, I know many of you would not submit to this transition, and it would cause a super happy fun time event, but they don't think that way. They think if they can ransom your social participation and food security with the only legal method of exchange, that you will submit. And it isn't how you will respond that determines how the other side will act, but how they believe you will respond. They believe aggressive talk from conservatives and libertarians is soft, impotent bluster. What they want is for us to give up, not just in the final event, but at every step along the path. They want us to stop working because the hustle and making money is what keeps the economy strong, and a strong economy shrinks their power and control. They don't hate capitalism just because it allows individuals to have independence. They hate it because it keeps the economy strong and doesn't allow them to initiate the Great Reset. This is why they keep injecting poisonous regulation and policies into the system. They want it to die. They want to kill the economy with enough plausible deniability that they can blame capitalism. They want to take away your independence and make you completely reliant on the system and government. The greatest act of rebellion is to deny them that power by raising a family, being moral, and being wealthy. Rich people with families to protect are not easily bullied or controlled. Don't let them destroy the economy, and don't celebrate when the system starts falling apart. They want it to fall apart. You won't become some independent warlord or master of your own mountain. At most, you will become a resistance fighter with the odds stacked against you. As corrupt as the system is, it can get a lot worse. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.